What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video we are going to debut the new Ken Griffey Jr. card that just came into the game in the Headliners pack. CEOs 85, 89, 110, 89, 91 fielding, 82 speed. Now he kind of reminds me of this card right here, the Steve Finley. A little bit lower contact, some good power, some decent speed, some decent fielding in center field. This card will not be most likely the best Griffey card that we get. It's very interesting to me also that this Griffey card was put into the game at this time, because we've got so much new content coming, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. We've got so much new content coming that this is usually the spot where they drop like a Headliners card that I don't know what to say. Like Joe Morgan, for example, when we got a lot of content, he gets his Headliners card at this point in time because it's more of a card that just kind of gets dropped. There's not a ton of like hype about, you know what I mean? They just kind of slide that one in at that point in time. So to see Griffey now is very interesting. Now he's very expensive right now. I just picked him up for a little over 90K. Someone sold him to me. I think it was like 92K. So he's very, very expensive. And I really don't know if you want to toss in a lot of stubs on a card like this at this point in time, if only because there's going to be so many more cards coming in Stage 3 Team Affinity. Plus we have the Player of the Month coming tomorrow, and he does have pretty low contact. Now it's awesome, it's Griffey. It doesn't have the traditional Griffey swing either. He has more of a standstill swing than the older one, or than the other one where he kind of has that waggle. He has more of the standstill swing. I'll show you what I mean. See, this is the traditional Ken Griffey Jr. swing, and then there's this one from 1990. And he has the 1990 swing on this card. Now we did predict correctly that there was going to be a Rafael Devers for the Boston Red Sox. There's a long video that came out last night where I broke down basically what I thought every single team was going to get for Team Affinity Stage 3. The ones that I want to see the most, the ones that I'm most excited for. So be sure to check out that video at the end of this video. It'll be linked at the end of this video. And also, I hope I hit pretty well in this. I have been playing a ton of BR and events. I have not played Legend in a while. My rating's like 980 or something like that. So we're going to be playing on Legend. I'm hoping that I can hit pretty well. This should be a pretty good test to see how well we're going to hit after playing a bunch on All-Star and going back up to Legend. It's going to be difficult. I apologize in advance in this video if I strike out a lot. I'm going to be doing my best. We're going to have a really good approach, and we're going to have to like try to make some contact in this one and do the best we can. We might even go to a hitter-friendly park. I did find a park that I liked. I played some dude in BR today. If we get the home game, he had a pretty cool park called like Ocean Drive. I think it looks really cool, so we'll try out that part. But if I don't hit really well in this one, I apologize. It's a lot easier to play Legend when you're just kind of used to it. Hopefully our pitching can be legit. Anyways, this Griffey card, I don't know. Be careful if you buy it. Maybe just buy it to try it out and then sell it back. I don't expect it to be up there. I do expect this card to play a lot better on something like All-Star. I mean, he'd be an All-Star goon. As far as your Legend, the contact you want on Legend is usually like 95 plus. So this is a little bit under that. He's a little bit slow. I don't know. We'll have to see how it rolls. But man, I'm a huge Ken Griffey Jr. fan, so I do want to pick up the card and give it a shot for you in this video. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. All right, so here's the park I was talking about, Ocean Drive. I think it looks really cool up in left field. I think the guy that created it and me are the only ones that have it. It has 0 elevation also. So if you're looking for a creative park, I think this one's actually pretty cool. The only thing is you can kind of hit it to the wall without it going over the fence, but that might be something that you're also kind of something that you like as well. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like to play the bigger parks too, instead of just the home run derby type parks. All right, we have found our opponent in this one. Our bar went really far on this search as well. They could either be really good or they could be sort of towards the middle. He's 127 and 86. I would say that's more towards the middle. 172 and 84. We got Cabrera on the hill as well. He's sitting 136 with Alfonso Soriano. On the ground to the right side, David Ortiz puts him away. Now our pitching from all that All-Star might be really solid, because we've had to pitch with a lot of different players. BR's been really interesting as well, because you find like a lot of hidden gems. You have to like kind of know more of the entire league. You kind of find those sneaky good cards that play well in the lower levels. So like I said in yesterday's upload, I really have been enjoying playing BR. Ranked seasons will always be my favorite thing to play, but I have been enjoying some BR. Good start for Edward Cabrera. He's going to pop it up to David Justice. I'm still holding on to David Justice at this point in time. I'm using him over the Jason Dominguez. I just like his hitting stats more for Legend. He just got beast hitting stats across the board. Feels real quick. We're going to pop up to left field and pop out. I was just late on it, so it wasn't too bad. Here's Griffey. It looks like he's got the mustache. His hair looks pretty funny too. Down 0-2 quickly. Check swing, and I'm going to strike out on that. I went too far. Strikeout for Griffey in his first at bat. And Chipper Jones is going to strike out as well. On the ground to Trevor Story, charges it, tosses it to first, and makes the play. I wonder if this guy is a Yankees fan because he's got Giancarlo Stanton and he's got Aaron Judge in the lineup. He turns and burns on a fastball from Edward Cabrera and knocks it out for a home run with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge does not have a lot of contact versus right. That is a great swing. I'm impressed. He wasn't quite on it. You can see in the feedback, but that's tough. That's all I gotta say. That's tough right there. We're gonna have to battle here. I noticed that he was early on a couple of his swings. I tried to throw some off speed. It just didn't work out. That was right down the middle. Cody pops it up to left. Well, I thought he was going to be having some trouble on Legend. So far, he's made some good contact. Definitely better contact than I've been making. Tatis on the ground. Jackie charges. Throws it over to first. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. We definitely need to take some more pitches versus the ground. I believe he only has like 90 stamina, so we need to start working the counts. I felt like kind of in that first inning, I was just kind of like chasing a lot of pitches, just trying to like get my timing down. But we really need to work these counts. Got to a 3-2 count. Put it in the gap. We're going to see if we can get to second on this. He's got a big arm, man. Trout was really motoring there to get into second base. Good job by Trout. A little bit of a slider there, had a little bit of a bend on a 1-1 count. Would have liked to take that count deeper, but we get him over to third base. Story works at 3-2 count. I love it, and we're going to go ahead and get the run in. Great job. Took that one looking, but we did get his pitch count almost up to 30. So that's good. I always want to get about 10 pitches per inning. We're up to about 15, so I can take that. Just got to really settle in here on the mound with Cabrera. No more home runs or anything like that. See, there's another swing. Let's see where he was. He was late on that one. Thank goodness. That is just so fast at 100 miles an hour for the strikeout. Another strikeout looking on a dotted sinker at 99. The outlier sinker has to be my favorite pitch in the game. I just love using it. Been using that Cody Hewer card in BR, one of my favorite cards. Oof. That changeup just had a little bit of a wrinkle to it and it really got me there. Had a fastball swing on, it's too early. Cabrera's gonna strike out. Should have taken that one. It's 2-2. He went to the slider on the inside. We've gotten DeGrom's pitch count up though, so we're doing our job on that side. Just got to keep pitching. He's just staring at that sinker on the other side a lot. Got to make these plays. Let's go, David Ortiz. Still playing some pretty good defense. I'm seeing a lot of people using that Eddie Murray at third base, actually. But when Ortiz makes plays like that, it definitely feels like he's got the edge over Eddie Murray. And here's another one for him. Good job, David. PCI. Forget, this is what makes Griffey tough on this level. 85 is just not a very big PCI. There's a couple dots right there too. A 102 outlier. I can't catch up to that. Chipper. I don't think it's gonna have enough legs, but we put a good swing on that. Oh man, that just kept on carrying Acuna out there. Great at bat. We drew a lot of pitches there. He's up to 56 through 5. This is really like a whole other game. Like, you've got to be really patient. You got to not get down on yourself for striking out. Quick 0-2 count on us here. You've got to be really diligent to your approach on this. Sorry, I mean, you just can't hang your head when you strike out on this. It's just a different game. That will be one where you want Eddie Murray, because that looked like it was a pretty easy play right there. I'm not even really sure why the computer auto dove there. It looked like he just needed to move one step to the side. This is like the hidden spot right here, down here. If you want him to get him to chase and not foul it off, down there at the slider. He laid off it, but I've been getting a lot of people to chase and not get that foul off forever. Right down here. I call it the spot. That hung in the middle. We got away with it, but we'll take that strikeout. Not what you need right there. That's a huge break. Anything where you get on base is a huge break. You had a pretty good PCI on that. I think he did go. Yeah, he did. He's going to take out Jacob deGrom, go to Jesse Winker. What's tough and what's nice about deGrom, if you do use deGrom, is like you're transitioning from reliever type of H/9 right into another reliever H/9. There's no break on that. The one difference with the starting pitchers is the starting pitchers traditionally have like a lot more pitches that they can utilize compared to relievers who are usually like 2 or 3 pitches, not like 5. I would be in favor of more openers, but that's kind of the difference. Just because you get that boosted per 9, but you really don't see it very often. I think he did go on that too. Yes, he did. David Ortiz is sitting at 99 home runs right now, so can he get another one to get over the top? Good hit, David Ortiz. Good at bat too. A walk is so valuable to get on Legend. But we battled there, 3-2, got a base hit. Gonna strike out on that one. 98 on the inside. Nicely done. That's as good as a base hit. We will take that right there. Get up David Justice. Couple of dots and then just fooled me on a pitch low that I check swung on. It quick pitched me a bit. I'm gonna go to my bullpen as well. Seems like a real good spot for George Brett here, just to try to get a base hit. Got a lot of contact. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is what I'm talking about. Look at the PCI placement on that, even below the zone. That's gonna score 2. Could not have had a bigger hit than that. That was gigantic. Let's go, George Brett. Jarris is up to 30 pitches, which is a long time. Did we get all of this? I mean, it's a shorter fence. Not quite. That's kind of what I was talking about. Like, you can definitely hit it to the wall in this one without it going out. So there's a little bit of grace there. 3-1. Now, it is very important for us to hold the momentum in this inning. It's of a paramount importance for us to do this. Like, we just got the lead. We've got to figure out a way to get a 1-2-3 inning. If not a 1-2-3 inning, we just cannot allow him to score a bit, because he's going to be super locked in now. He just gave up some runs. It's like, it's time to go. Hopefully he doesn't turn on this, because he's really been swinging fast. That is quick at 102 though. He dropped. That's a good sign. This is a huge inning. And honestly, I really don't feel too good about any of my bullpen guys except for Chapman and Rivera. The rest of them, I really don't know what they're going to give me on a game-to-game basis. I don't know what Rob Dibble's going to give me. It's hard to say. That's big though. That's going to be a ground out. Pumping 102 on the inside though that's nice right there. If he's going to swing at that, that's going to work for us. When he does something like that, it starts to lay out. Now we got a little bit more of an issue. Let's try a front side slider. That stayed in the middle, but it's still going to mess with his timing. He's still very late on that. I'm going to go back into this fastball off the plate. He's not getting a little bit jumpy. Let's go up and away. Now, Acuna does not have a lot of contact versus right either. Just pulls back that check swing. Let's go fastball. Just put it in the zone. If he hits it, he hits it. Fouls it off. Same thought process though. Yep. Can't give out free passes. Walks are way too valuable in this. You gotta treat it like it's a completely different game. This is a good example of a game of why like every single attribute point on Legend matters. If you're trying to make that push up to the next level, it always matters. You need every single bit of contact you can get. You know, you need every single stat point you can get. All right, let's try the spot versus Chipper here. See if we can get him a chase without fouling it off. If he turns and burns on it, he turns and burns on it. 3-2. We're just putting it in there. That is some heat. Let's go. All right, come on, Griff. If he keeps it in Jerry's, we got a little bit bigger of a PCI now because he's starting to like wear down. Throwing a lot of heat on the outside. He loves to throw the sinker like over low and inside. And he's kind of mixing the slider on the inside. Ah, that just stayed up and so we got 3 strikeouts for Griffey. Ooh, good pitch. We're gonna get a little BS hit there from Mike Trout. Could it be a bloop and a blast? And maybe it can, because we were all over that fastball on the outside. It's going to be off the wall. Trout's going to be able to score, though. I'm pretty sure that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. David Ortiz, another rip. 2 hits for David Ortiz. He finally decides to take out Jerry's Familia. He should have taken him out a lot earlier, because his game's a lot closer than it might seem. And he let him throw 44 pitches. We strike out on that one with Trevor Story, but I thought he should have taken him out a lot earlier. That extra run was big, but with a 3-run game, I mean, all you need is like a bloop and a blast, a walk and a blast. You know, you're still right in it. See, that's a good swing right there by Stanton. And that's kind of how this part can be. I mean, it's small. It looks amazing. And it still is just deep enough with just low enough elevation that it's not crazy home run. See how his PCI was on that one? Like, he wasn't quite on it, but he had like great timing with a high power hitter. That's a blast right there. So I really do like this park. Maybe you could have adjusted to put a little bit of elevation on it, but just give it a download if you want to try it out. It's called the Ocean Drive. I believe the guy that uploaded it was his name's like P Schilling. All right, David, let's go. Good play, man. Now I got like Wainwright with like 95 H/9. My PCI is a lot bigger. Like, there's a huge difference between the 95 and like 110. Big time difference. Way more of a chance to like do some reacting with this PCI than there is with those higher H/9 players. Jackie's wasn't even that big versus Jacob deGrom. I'm gonna strike out on that because it's difficult kind of to talk and swing on Legend at the same time. But that was a great pitch too. That's a good pitch. That's a dot. That was 3-2 count too. All right, so Ronnie right here, he has 97, 98. I feel that's kind of the cutoff for Legend. Like that 95-ish is kind of the cutoff in my opinion. So you'll see his PCI right here versus someone like Wainwright. This is not too bad. Like, I can work with this. And that's not a bad swing whatsoever. Not a bad swing. Gonna get out on it though. I really wish we go to Mariano right here. When you go to another righty, I don't feel like using Jerry's for some reason, but it is the, you know, based on what our energy is, that's who we should use in this situation. I'm trying to think of like, I always love having a great bullpen. I'm just not in love with this bullpen, but we're gonna have to give Jerry's a shot. He throws gas. I think our plan with Jerry's here is to really just try to attack the strike zone and try to make him put the ball in play. No free passes this late in the game. We need 6 more outs to win. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. First pitch, ground ball, right at Jackie. No bad luck on the ground ball where it goes past someone. Good job, Jerry. So let's go. This is exactly what I want. We're just going to throw that gassy sinker in there. If he hits it, he hits it. He's got Mike Trout on the bench. That's kind of surprising. I don't know why Mike Trout would ever be on the bench. Ever. He's still, in my opinion, the best hitting outfielder in the game. And that was a quick at-bat. He didn't want any part of those sinkers. Let's go into Shane Green. Really like Shane Green. If you want a budget player out there, get Shane Green out of Team 1 Stage Affinity. He's an excellent pitcher. Even at this level, he's really good. He's tough to hit. He's great for that event as well, for Jason Dominguez. I've used him a lot on my team. I actually like him a lot. That is nasty. What? We have some really good swings too in that and bat. I think this Griffey just does not have enough contact. That's what it comes down to. I thought we hit a home run right there. Like, I put pretty good PCI on it anyways. They need to boost the contact on Legend. They need to boost this. It's too small. It's just too small. I saw a lot of people talking about it today, like how we need to like maybe make the rating system a little bit different. Maybe start Legend at 1000. How about, I think the first thing they needed, oh, that's a strikeout. Man, I was kind of on that, but I think what they need to do is just make the contact a little bit bigger. Like, this is so small. You know, that's really what it probably should be. The speeds are really fast, but it's easier even if the speeds are fast if you just have a bit bigger of a PCI. I think that's probably like a just kind of talking out loud, brainstorming out loud. That's something that I think should happen. Just give us a little bit more of a PCI. But that's just my opinion. So, all right. Well, 3 more outs so we can get this dub real quick. And that's a good start for him. Gets a base runner aboard. We really need to go to another righty, but look who's coming up. Like, everybody matches up so well with the lefty. So I think we're really gonna have to get it done here with Jerry's Familia. I mean, we just Gossage is low on energy. Rivera's low on energy. Everybody else is a lefty that's full of energy. I love going to Chapman, but I can't play those numbers. Like, we have to play these numbers with Jerry's. Big thing here is just do not walk him. He hits it over the wall. He hits it over the wall. He hits it in the gap. He hits it in the gap, but no free passes. That's perfect. Made him put it in play. We should get a double play. Not quite. Acuna is too fast going down the line. He put a good swing on that too. His timing's getting a little bit better. He's starting to see some more pitches. That's just nasty. It's so hard to read right there. He might have been thinking I'm going slider or something like that, but I'm going on attack. That was a hell of a swing to be too early on. PCI was perfect. He's going to ground that with Stanton, though. Glad we stuck with Jerry's. That's a solid Legend win right there. That's a solid Legend win. It's never going to be, for me, it's not, I mean, I might get like 10 here occasionally. I think if you can get 10 on Legend, like if you can stay disciplined and get done what you need to get done, you're going to win a lot of games, because it's not exactly, in my opinion, it's not exactly easy to score on Legend. This is more how you got to play. You got to manage it. You got to play to the counts, and then you got to rip once you've gotten count leverage. That's how you dominate, and then you got to pitch really smart. You're going to throw a lot more strikes than you're going to throw stuff outside the zone. You don't want to give up free passes because walks are too valuable. What a huge hit from George Brett. That was like the player of the game. That pitch was low. We got a slider below. And then David Ortiz with a nice rip for us. I'd say overall, though, this King Griffey Jr., buyer beware. You know, if you really want a King Griffey Jr. card, go for it. If you're playing on the lower levels, go for it. I still think there's better options. If you're playing on Legend, I don't feel like he's usable at all. I'm definitely going to go ahead and sell him. That's kind of why I like David Justice. I need every attribute point I can get, even more than Jason Dominguez. Jason Dominguez is not bad, though, whatsoever. I mean, he's right at that like 95, 98 threshold that we talked about with, what's his name, Mauricio. But the thing is, I just, I like every single, I want it to be as easy as possible when I'm trying to scratch across some runs. So for me, he's just not going to make it for that lack of contact, just because it's too difficult for me to put the PCI on the ball. If we get some kind of increase to the PCI, as we move forward to be good. Even on a Hall of Fame, I feel like that PCI is just not what I'd want. I feel like even on anything, I'd rather have more of it. You know, maybe even on an All-Star Hall of Fame, as I like kind of have this retrospective post-game thoughts, you know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Let's see where we ended up. I wonder how many points we got, because we could have possibly, and like if he had a really high rating, we could have possibly got up to 1,000. We got up to 995, so he actually was on Legend. He was a good player. He was a good player. I feel like having some better cards might have helped us out. He had a lot of live series cards, but that guy was a really good player. Only 5 points away from the 10 packs too, and 10,000 rating, or 1,000 rating for the second consecutive season. Anyways, check out the video that is going to be linked at the end of this. And we also streamed again on Twitch today, twitch.tv/MovieGamingTV. We had about a 5-hour BR stream this morning, so make sure to go check us out over there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, peace out.